Masters. Here's Jimmy Lennon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Tonight, the big Crown Affairs feature event, the main attraction of the evening. Don King Production, in conjunction with RSVP and the beautiful Dunes Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is for the heavyweight championship of the World Boxing Council title, 12 rounds of boxing. The officials as appointed by Nevada State Athletic Commission. Your referee will be the district attorney from Reno, California, Mr. Mills Lane. Out of California, judging at ringside, Chuck Hassett, with Herb Santos of Reno and Charles Minker of Las Vegas, Nevada. Timekeeping at the bell, Mike Lachella with Charlie Ruff, Dr. Larry Robin, Dr. Donald Romeo, Dr. Flip Pomansky in attendance at ringside. And here we go. Presenting to you the challenger on my right, wearing white trunks with a black trim, hailing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in tonight at 219 pounds. The number 3 contender, he has remained undefeated, scoring 11 knockouts in 15 straight wins, and he has earned the name of Terrible Tim Witherspoon. Ladies and gentlemen, as his opponent, the defending champion, hailing from Easton, Pennsylvania. He weighs in a trim and ready 213 pounds. A champion that has done everything asked of him. He has remained undefeated with 30 knockouts and 42 straight wins. Here he is, the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Larry Holmes. Your referee, the District Attorney of Reno, Nevada, now to give instructions.
Right here. All right, Larry. Ready, Eddie? Okay, we've gone through the instruction in the dressing room. Any questions from the challengers, Chief Second? From the challengers. Any questions from Mr. Fudge? From the champion. All right, protect yourself at all times, but get it on.
Get it on, Mills Lane, who also refereed the Cooney Holmes fight here in Las Vegas. Tail of the tape, 8 years younger, Tim Witherspoon. Same height, 6.5 pull in the weights. The reach difference could be a factor, 4 inches. Fist size, well, Holmes is a big man. In there at 213 pounds, Angelo Dundee, that's a good weight for the champ.
Great weight. But I was watching Tim Witherspoon. He's not awed, and he kept saying famous words because Muhammad said the same thing to Sonny Liston. I got you. And Tim is not being intimidated by
Look at him block those left jabs. Beautifully done, and the defense is important, especially from the jab.
Well, he's a well-taught young man. That Slim Jim Robinson is a heck of a friend. He's been schooling him for a long time.
Witherspoon, being the aggressor here, he's in the white trunks with the black stripes. Holmes in his Holmes red, as he calls it.
Chris, you know, reach is a very deceptive thing. It's the way you put your feet into the pocket between the other guy's 2 feet. Reach is deceptive. It's the way you plant your punch. So the reach differentiation is nothing.
All right, how are these two heavyweights doing with that front foot?
Well, the front foot's right in there. And
yes, it is.
And Tim Witherspoon is slipping in and letting the jab go. You call that a slip jab.
Scheduled for 12 rounds, the WBC rules. These are 8-ounce gloves. 10-point must, 3 judges. The referee, a new thing, safety valve, can give a standing 8 count if he desires.
Oh, yes, and I feel a little good about it. I talked to Suleiman, and standing 8 count, if the guy's against the ropes, they take him away from the ropes and do the count.
Larry's going for it all, obviously with those combination punches. It's definitely the left hook. And Holmes has proven his defense over the last 14 title defenses. When he has been in trouble, Angelo, he's always had that great condition, ability, hard to come back.
He came back something tremendously from a lot of fights. Looked like he couldn't get up anymore. Came up with the right uppercut. That won the Weaver fight.
Slipping inside to avoid those heavy punches thrown by the champion, Larry Holmes, was Tim Witherspoon of Philadelphia. Attended Lincoln University in Missouri for a year. He's had tough going. He's got a brother, light heavyweight, undefeated in 9. That was partially blocked.
Tim's got a very unique way of blocking punches. He keeps that right hand of his planted on the left side of his jaw, a la Sugar Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson used to do that all the time and intimidate you.
Your Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't bad. All right, 2 heavyweights here in the first round, trying to decide who's going to take charge. Temperature now about 70 degrees. The sun has been out a long time. Las Vegas time 9:25. As we have less than 25 seconds remaining in round 1.
I know Tim Witherspoon's very happy to be fighting the guy from the book. He said he had all kinds of trouble with Mr. Snipes because of the way he ran away and his awkwardness.
Witherspoon, who has not had a fight in a little over a year because of an injury to the jaw and an abscessed wisdom tooth. It was Snipes that he beat.
Sweet dreams, Mr. Jones.
NEC Auto Color. The best seat in the house.
Point knows what to do. There again, Witherspoon blocking the punches, coming back with a right of his own. Oh, listen to those punches.
It's a real good boxing match, really. They're trying to outsmart each other right now. Larry's trying to suck him in for a right-hand counter. He's waving that left hand in front of his face. But he's definitely looking to hit him with a right hand.
Going to the body now is Witherspoon. He looked so confident. Talking with him, he was so determined. Had some animosity toward the champion because of a couple of incidents here at the Dunes. At this point, early in round 2, he is not in awe of the champion.
No, he's not. He's a well-conditioned young man. He's been well taught. And he's doing the right thing. He's taking it to Larry, trying to keep him off balance. The old story is you get those guys with the oldish type of fighters, the old timer, you back them up, you take their mobility away from them.
And again to the body with the right hand, and the one to the left was partially blocked. Round 2 scheduled for 12. Final bout on this unique boxing doubleheader in Las Vegas.
Beautiful shot by Witherspoon.
Yes.
Larry tried to counter with a right-hand uppercut. You're going to see that more often if Witherspoon keeps throwing that right hand to the body. He's going to get countered with a right uppercut.
Larry in a lackluster performance against Lucian Rodriguez in a coming home championship bout. Looks much better tonight.
This is the worry about Larry because, you got to get yourself physically and mentally up for guys. And he had a lackluster fight against Lucian Rodriguez. Now here he is against a guy, 15 fights. So he must have said to himself, how could he lick me?
Larry moving forward a little bit more now. Trying with the combination, and again, caught in the arms or the gloves. Is that a good idea to drop that left hand, Witherspoon?
Well, he's trying to sneak in a right-hand counter himself. He's looking for Larry to throw a right hand at him. He's a well-taught young man. See him block the right hand with an elbow right there.
Less than 30 seconds remaining in round 2. There have been no knockdowns. Neither fighter is marked. Both have landed effective punches. Beautiful boxing exhibition here.
I love this. This is what you call pure boxing.
This is absolutely picture book almost. The bell in 5. Good right hand. Not quite flush. All right, as they take...
For United, we got blue chips just for you.
Your superannuation could win $10,000. With United Blue Chip, each dollar in your account gives you a chance to win $10,000. And there's hundreds of chances to double your money. Over $1 million in prizes each year. High interest too, 9.5% per annum. Change your superannuation direct credit to United Blue Chip now.
It's a winning way to save.
1, 2.
Championship bout. On the right, in the white trunks with the black trim, And with red, Larry Holmes, Tim Witherspoon. Witherspoon as game as they come.
I know that Tim Witherspoon is trying to take the legs out from Larry Holmes because those legs have been traveling for a long, long time. So what he's trying to do is take the legs out from under him and be able to cut him off and hit him some good punches.
A decided underdog is Witherspoon. There on the left. I've heard he was a 7-1 underdog, and I remember in '64 being with you in Miami, calling a fight. A 22-year-old named Cassius Clay against Sonny Liston was 7-1, and he won.
That's correct, and Muhammad said the same thing that this kid said. I got you in the middle of the ring.
And at that time, Muhammad had won 19 bouts undefeated. He was 22 years old. Tim Witherspoon has won 15 undefeated and is 25. So in championship heavyweight boxing, anything can happen.
And Chris, you got to remember one thing. 12-round route is better for Witherspoon because he's been to 10-round route. So 2 more rounds is not going to bother him physically or psychologically.
In only 15 fights, Witherspoon has gone 10 rounds twice in his career, but now asked to go 12. There's that Holmes left jab. Can be punishing.
When you think it's not landing, Witherspoon is popping it good with that right. He's got Larry confused with that right hand to the side.
Caught on the ear, that right hand thrown by the champion. Ooh, a body punch dug into the side.
Larry's trying to hit him a right hand counter. The danger with that, Chris, is that he's going to get hit with a left hook counter himself from Witherspoon.
With a minute to go, Angelo Dundee, is it what you thought it would be?
Yes, I thought this fight going to be a dangerous fight.
You told me it was going to go
Larry.
12. Again to the left side of Holmes' body. Oh, the liver.
I knew tonight was going to be an excellent night of boxing all the way. This has been proven that way. See that double step that Witherspoon gave? We call that a stutter step. He knocks you off balance with it. This is youth. That's reflex. Much faster reflexes than Larry Holmes.
And for the first time, with 18 seconds to go in the third round, Witherspoon caught successive stiff jabs. Can't get lax. He walked right into that right hand. Partial uppercut, but comes right back, smothering Holmes. Let's go to Larry Holmes' corner. Eddie Futch, Bill Prezant, and the entourage comes in. Jake Holmes.
You know, a boxer, and you've seen one here. He's good, this fellow Witherspoon, isn't he?
I'm most impressed. Look, it's too early to talk about upsets, but my word, I think he's won every round. Extraordinary competence. Fast, he's out jabbing Holmes. His defence is superb. He's very elusive. His balance is perfect. And, of course, he's the bigger puncher of the two. I think Holmes took a look at him in the first round, didn't mind being shaded. In the second round, he tried to put a bit of pressure on, and I think he's starting to worry a little bit and realise he's up against a very, very good boxer. Contrary to everything we've read about him now, the fact is he's got punching power to back it up with, and he's confident. Holmes, he's got a battle on his hands here. We could well see an upset. Most impressive boxer indeed.
Well, Bob Jones has got Witherspoon ahead on points as they go now into round 4. Holmes against Witherspoon.
He's going to wind up taking some real good shots from this kid who took Larry's right hand very well.
Now they're in the middle of the ring. Under the bright lights before thousands of boxing fans. Holmes now getting more set. A little more in a really punching position.
He's just planting his feet. He's looking to get this kid out of there. Might be a mistake. He's got to bounce. He's got to move. Got to set this kid up. This kid's got some great moves. Slim Jim Robinson is a well-groomed teacher of fighting because he was so slick nobody would fight the sucker because nobody could hit him.
Mike Russman found that out. All right. Witherspoon, does he remind you of any heavyweight from the past, Angelo?
Well, I tell you, he reminds me a little bit about a young Ken Norton, the way he plants his foot, slips, plenty of body motion, complete fighter. I mean, I'm impressed, and I was impressed before the fight.
He's a baby-faced heavyweight.
And I tell you, Witherspoon got a little bit of Archie Moore in him, too, but
Yes.
he crossed his arms in front of him. He got Larry messed up with this. Larry's got to watch himself with this kick, but this kid's going to nail him.
What a brilliant job the referee, Mills Lane, the district attorney of Marshall County in Nevada, is doing in this bout. Letting them work, letting them go, and that's the way it should be.
That's 2 points for us little guys, Chris. Does a good job for a little guy. I mean,
He's in
strong and dictates the pace of the fight.
Larry trying to unload that right-hand lead. Measurement with the left. Witherspoon just keeps crossing that right hand above his face. Counters with a left hook. This battle in the rope square in Las Vegas with a minute to go in round 4.
Witherspoon's going to have to find out. He's going to have to slip away from that right hand of Larry. He's got to go to the right of Larry, away from that right hand counter.
They're staying with it in range at all times. Both of them. And again, Angelo, as you said, he walked right into that right.
Yes, he's got to move over to the right side so he would get countered. But Larry's a great right-hand counter puncher.
And his are damaging punches.
Witherspoon got a little damage over his left thigh, Chris.
Yes. Larry's knockouts and title defensive usually come in later rounds. His earliest was in a third round over Leon Spinks in Detroit. So right now,
From Cooper.
Good trainer second, making the referee aware there's something going on in there.
that's right. It's a little psyching. It's getting your best hold, and that's what you have to do when the big men are fighting. Throw the kitchen sink if you have to.
Anything, grab the guy's leg.
Step on his shoes. Oh, what pretty combinations.
Yeah, that was a 4-punch combination. The last right hand got in.
Holmes didn't like that shot to the belly. Comes back with a good right hand.
I don't think anybody likes it to the belly.
Mills Lane asserting his authority. When they break, break.
Larry's talking to Tim Witherspoon and said, "What are you doing that for?" So there's a lot of metal maneuvering in there also.
Angelo, I detect an abrasion in the left corner of Tim Witherspoon's eye. No blood flowing, but an abrasion, a bruise.
That could be created by a thumb. It could be a punch. It could be a lot of things. It could be a little bit of an elbow because the eyelid is puffed.
We're in the 5th round, scheduled for 12. Earlier, Michael Dokes retained his WBA World Heavyweight Championship. A draw against Mike Weaver.
First time I ever saw Larry Holmes look to his corner because they're talking to Larry, and I don't know why he's looking at the corner. That's a no-no because you can get nailed a shot when you look at your corner.
Partially blocked all those shots. And the more punches you throw, Angelo, the more arm worry you could get as we look ahead in a scheduled 12-rounder.
Larry's concerned about this youngster's style, though. He's having problems with it, and he's taking 4-punch combinations to land.
At 2:19.5, Tim Witherspoon from Philadelphia on the right. He's a contender that believes youth and hunger will overcome in this championship bout.
Well, he's doing what he has to do. He's taking it to the champion, and he's trying to nail him with some punches. And he's fighting the right kind of a fight because when you're fighting for a title, you got to get it.
And Larry Holmes' left side, just above the belt, starting to get bruised because that's where Witherspoon has leveled a lot of his right hands. And look at that move. Holmes comes to the right, and Witherspoon comes to his left.
Offsets him.
Yes. He'd probably like to corner it, like here. All right, the end of round 5, and a surprise.
Put it up.
They've used a lot of it. Witherspoon on the attack.
They really gave Larry Holmes a bath in that corner because his trunks are completely soaked and his body's completely soaked and he's dripping pretty good.
Witherspoon looks as though he's completely dried out. Great training coming into this bout by Jim Robinson. Ooh, he tried
Great right hand. He
chop.
used a great right hand.
We're in the 6th round, and here you see the average rounds per fight. Holmes, an average of 7. Witherspoon, an average of 4.8.
They're begging Larry to let that right hand go when Tim Witherspoon comes in. So that right hand counter works very good for Larry Holmes.
There's the jab that Larry Holmes is famous for. And of course, as you always point out, Angelo, that's the punch that sets up everything else. And again, digging that right to the body. Oh. Holmes, who conditioned himself superbly for this bout. There's the jab starting to work. Another one.
Larry Holmes may have come in light, may have trained very hard. You got to be very careful with an older guy. You can't train yourself because this way you lose all your strength. Yes.
What about training at 33 years of age?
Well, Chris, you know what you got to do? You got to bide your time. You know, you got to say it's like the old bull and the young bull. Take your time. Don't be in no hurry because you got to get your condition and contain it. You can't train like a 21-year-old kid or a 24-year-old kid can. You got to abide your training. Take a day off now and then because you can definitely leave it. You got to save it for the fight.
Holmes trying to drop that right hand with the jabs, trying to put together combinations, but in most cases always not within range. Round 6 we're looking at right now. Another right to the body by Witherspoon.
Larry's giving him a dose of his own medicine. He's let the right hand go to the body.
Another shot to the ear.
Larry's used the Muhammad Ali trick, opening up his glove and keeping the guy's head off to the side.
I like one trait of Tim Witherspoon. He keeps that chin chucked in. Keeps that target not exposed, fully exposed. Whereas Larry, his chin is right out there. Okay, the end of round 6, scheduled for 12. Halfway.
Yes, he is, marginally, but I like the instructions they gave him, which is basically to step up the pace, to try and become the boss, because Holmes has managed to level things up a bit in the last 2 rounds by being a bit more active and being the domineering, that's the two.
Let's go back live to the Dunes Hotel and Country Club for round 7.
About his side bothering him, and they had to go right to work on it.
Snapping away from that long right hand, still getting some of it, got a good step left jab right there, comes back with one of his own.
Very interesting contest. I'm enjoying the maneuvering, the way they're trying to outsmart each other. And once you see that reach, you notice how Witherspoon out jabs Larry once in a while when they get in a position.
Again to the body in this manly art of self-defense. Oh.
Chris, you see what I mean about youth? Witherspoon's a shade quicker than Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes is missing his counters in several spots.
You know, we point out that Witherspoon, who's putting on a good show against the champion, only 15 fights, but won them all. He had 7 amateur bouts. He won 6 and lost 1.
Throwing great punches. He's really doing some things in there that Larry hasn't seen in a long time.
And that body is taking a tremendous beating. That was right on the solar plexus, that left hand.
Really, really big, strong young man, Mr. Witherspoon.
Round 7.
I tell you, Larry is fighting right now for survival, Chris, because this kid is giving him everything.
Larry catching punches that he normally would not, and missing with combinations that he normally lands. is unbelievable. Champion Larry Holmes undefeated in 42 fights. His hands full here in the 7th round with about a minute to go. Witherspoon taking everything that the champion comes back with, including that right hand. Sort of rolling away from the punches.
Witherspoon got hurt with a right hand on top of the head, Chris. He reacted where he got a little hurt, but you got to be very careful. Another shot like that will put him down.
And now he's getting much too close. Getting much too close to the champion.
Witherspoon could have got very well armed with him, but he's looking for one shot now, which is a mistake.
Bring it to me, says Witherspoon. What a battle here. 30 seconds to go in the 7th round. What a night. The Crown Affair in Las Vegas. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Great fight.
Contrasting styles, youth versus the venerable Larry Holmes.
Use that word venerable, Chris. You gotta be careful.
Larry Holmes now getting more right hands through.
The great upsets of all time, the way Witherspoon's boxing.
Yes, he looked a little stunned there about a minute before the end of that round, and one wonders about how well he's going to take a punch. He certainly went into a lull, his feet got sloppy and so on, but then he came back strong. If he wants it hard enough, he could win the world title here. After all, there's only 5 rounds to go. He's certainly very able, very skilled.
He has all the confidence in the world. I want him, and here he can have him in the 8th round. The champion Larry Holmes. On the far side of the ring, Witherspoon, his back to us, both 6 feet 3 inches tall. Their first meeting, first fight for Witherspoon, and I'm really surprised in a year.
Now, Chris, we have a matchup here where you have aggression. Guy taking it to a guy, making the fight. He should be getting the points. But, we had a little something like that in Weaver. So we don't know, which way to go, so I'm a little hesitant. But I would say this fight is up for grabs. I think Witherspoon's got a slight edge. 3
American judges are scoring it on the 10-point must. The referee, Mills Lane, does not score. And what a great job he is doing, allowing these 2 heavyweights to fire away at will.
The mark of a great referee, Chris, is when you don't see him. Those guys that make themselves presentable and then badgering fighters, they don't make good referees. That's a good referee. He's letting the action speak for itself.
And those others I don't mind talking about when they do a bad job. So important. 11 knockouts for Witherspoon. Larry Holmes, in his 42 victories, has 30 knockouts.
Witherspoon's
there you see the ratio. Look at that, how even.
Witherspoon's going back to the slipping and sliding routine, which is great. And his quickness is really taking advantage of Larry Holmes.
Halfway point now, round 8 is scheduled for 12.
I guess Terrible Tim is terrible, Chris.
Terribly good.
Terribly good, that's right.
Falling beautifully inside that long right hand.
There goes the southpaw switch,
Yes.
But Larry was smart enough to push him down with his hand. He's pushing on him. All those little tricks add up experience.
Credit must go to the teachers of both fighters.
Yes.
It's almost a lesson in what should be done in the ring.
Can't do better than Fudge.
Slowing the pace down just a little bit here in the final 30 seconds of round 8. There have been no knockdowns, only abrasion in the left corner of Witherspoon's eye.
There goes the southpaw stance. You catch it, Chris? Very smooth. I think he'll be doing a lot more of that because he's working on Larry, switching southpaw. Larry hasn't fought that many southpaws.
Obviously, Witherspoon showing us he can take a punch. This will be up.
The contest gone, 8 rounds out of 12, and Larry Holmes perhaps starting to use the benefit of his experience and coming back into it a little, Bob?
Yes, I think so, but I've still got him behind, but he's dominating, and it's as simple as that. That's the difference. Witherspoon? He's dominating Witherspoon. He's doing the leading and dictating the pattern of the fight, and Witherspoon steps up his pace, dominates a bit more, he can win the title here.
What a gentleman. They have great respect for each other.
You know, you got to appreciate that because it's teamwork. You work together, you scheme, you make your moves, you're thinking, and you're one person. You're a blend.
This is such an interesting bout. Strategy so well planned by both corners that you almost forget to score the fight. Now he's got Holmes moving.
Larry got himself got a bath in the corner again. Larry got hurt with that right hand.
Yes, he did.
On the side of the head. Larry's hurt.
Keep a look. We'll keep.
Larry's hurt.
Yes, he is.
He's hurt.
He's hurt now. We're in the ninth round. The underdog, Witherspoon. But in the past, when he's been hurt, he's blinking his eyes now. Look at him.
Definitely a hurt fighter.
He's hurt.
Witherspoon has definitely got the guy. All he got to do is take his time. He's got Larry Holmes hurt in bad shape.
And we still have a couple of minutes to go here in the ninth round.
Yeah, all Witherspoon's got to do is be Witherspoon.
Good body shot that made him wince.
Yes. Those body shots are taking their toll, Chris.
A left hook that caught Holmes, unguarded. Coming back with a short right hand. That must have hurt Witherspoon, too, because he covered up. And, oh, no.
Great right hand.
Another one. Holmes in trouble.
Great right hand. Larry Holmes is hurt. He's out of it.
Yes, he's
out of it.
All he's got to do
is out of it.
Larry Holmes. We have a minute and 30 to go.
Larry Holmes is out of it.
One more. He's going to go down.
He's out of it.
But the heart of a champion trying to fight back. 1 minute to go.
Chris, you said it so well. The mark of a champion. And believe me, there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
He's got a big mouse under his right eye. Holmes fighting under the courage of a winner of 42 straight. Look at this bombing now by a hurt champion.
This is survival of the fittest in the purest kind.
35 seconds, count it. Will Holmes get off the hook? You cannot be saved by the bell, except in the last round. But look at that condition. Overcoming. Oh.
Great. I don't know. It's youth that's going to decide this, and Larry's naturally the older guy. But he's really hurt Tim Witherspoon in the corner.
Punch for punch. Great. Have you seen anything better?
Great fight.
Round 9. What boxing from the dunes in Las Vegas in the Crown Affair.
Well, can you believe this?
Oh, goodness me, it's the sort of fight television wouldn't have bought because he's Witherspoon. And goodness gracious me, a great champion, of course. You know, he was out on his feet, he was finished, and the kid was cool and calm and collected. He didn't go mad, and still Holmes came back and stunned him. And they're both absolutely exhausted, but you'd have to say that Witherspoon looks like a winner at this stage. But what a great champion, you can never discount him.
Well, in the condition that those two guys were in with about a minute to go in the last round, can you see it going the last 3 rounds?
Yes. But it was a 15-round fight. I wouldn't like the chances, but I mean anything can happen in boxing. What a thriller! What a thriller, and what a remarkably competent young man. But he got badly hurt there at the end of that round. He still won the round, of course.
22,000 people at the Dunes. Let's go back there live.
All right, this is round 10. 3 rounds to go. Can the older man last? Can Witherspoon keep his cool and not get over-anxious, make too many mistakes to be knocked out by the champion?
Larry Holmes did something
there.
Then come out, Boston, magnificent.
Larry Holmes very much at home in Las Vegas. 8 title defenses of his 15 right here in this city. So he loves the desert. Now wisely he's starting to do a little lateral movement. But he still gets caught. Not damaging punches, but in the eyes of the 3 judges, if they're doing a good job, they score.
the history of Witherspoon. As a young kid, he used to tire in the late round. He showed me in the last round he was tired. So Larry's trying to sucker him into a shot by bouncing, moving, and really hitting him with a good punch.
Is there an upset in the making? As we are in round 10.
Tremendous excitement.
Two of the best punches that Holmes has thrown in a while. Look at him. Now he's up on his toes and moving around, which is one of the styles of Holmes, the champion. Good mouse under the right eye of Holmes. Swollen area with 1:30 to go.
Larry's having trouble keeping his mouthpiece. And Larry's having trouble with his mobility. But he's fighting him the right way. Now he's starting to get flat-footed again.
Licking that jab. A probing weapon. Good defensive weapon as well as an offensive one.
Witherspoon's going back to the slick style again. He's very wise doing that, because otherwise he'll get hit on the chin himself.
Witherspoon, who grew up in South Philadelphia. All Pennsylvania battle with Larry from Easton.
South Philadelphia, that's in my hometown.
I know. The Dundee.
That's right.
We're in round 10. Coming up to the 1-minute mark of this round with 2 then to go. And now it's Witherspoon flicking that jab.
Oh, what a move!
Oh.
What a move he just did!
Look at this southpaw.
Southpaw, yeah.
Don't get too cocky.
No. But he's got the movement. He's got the movement.
And that movement is causing the champion to miss. That and perhaps fatigue.
Right.
They have to be tired, Angelo.
Great fight.
What do you say to Larry Holmes now?
Larry got to get it together. You got to start taking the plate of this kid, outboxing, outsmart him with that left hand. I know Eddie wants to settle him down.
Nobody's very like you.
It's a tough thing because Eddie don't know how much this fight has got left.
He went there. Pick him up off this time. Pick him up off. What is it? He knows now. Come on. Come on. He knows. Hit hard. He knows. Okay. Keep coming, Terry. Hey. Push it. Push, Terry. Got his mouth in. Push him.
Watch in replay. Witherspoon connecting with that left. Keeps throwing the punches, keeping the champion off balance. And now, round 11. 1 to go after this, Angelo.
And what you tell your guy in the corner, you say, hey, man, only 6 minutes. Go get it. It's the Big Apple.
I have it scored so close that we're at round 11. I'm going to give up and enjoy the fight with our viewers. No knockdown. Yet one of the most action-packed World Heavyweight Championship fights we've seen. 2 undefeated fighters. 15 fights, Witherspoon with his back to us, and 42 for Holmes.
Well, I guess everybody that said that Witherspoon didn't belong here, I think they're wondering why. Why is he in there? He's in there because he's a good fighter.
Excellent fighter. And now that swollen area under the right eye of Larry Holmes. It is not impairing his vision. That was a pretty good left hook thrown by the champion. Carelessly, that right hand was very, very low, lower than normal, and it got through. Those punches on the forehead. Again on the ear. And a left hook to the ear of Holmes.
Great left hook. That's what he is, a converted southpaw. See it? Right there. Bang.
Scoring again.
He's utilized that left hook real well.
Chuck Hassett, Herb Santos, and Chuck Minker are the 3 judges scoring this bout.
Hurt him with a right hook.
1:30 to go in the next to the last round of this championship. Holmes now bending at the waist. looking for an opening on a 1-2, but that jab is right in his face by Witherspoon.
That southpaw style is really driving Larry crazy. If Witherspoon goes southpaw completely, he'll have Larry all over the place.
Perhaps he'll save that for the 12th and final round. A minute to go, and this is the 11th.
Larry's having trouble holding his mouthpiece.
There was a good right hand by Holmes.
Countered the right hand of Witherspoon. Witherspoon's looking to nail him with a good shot. He's slipping.
Witherspoon and all his people figured that Holmes, the champion, was right to be taken.
See the difference in jabbing? Witherspoon's beating him with a jab. Remember I told you reach is a phony barometer? It's the way you got your feet in there, the way you set your jab up.
Less than half a minute is... We will have then one round to go, and it could very well be the deciding round.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Two good rights by Larry Holmes. And he has proven again tonight that when hurt, he has the ability to come back. Now, that last 1 minute rest period. And Larry, well, now he's going to be seated in the corner. Eddie Futch is talking.
Last round. It's good you make your fighter a parent of the last round. Everybody's worried about Witherspoon going 15 instead of 12. It was the best for Witherspoon. Now it's better for Larry, because Larry has really had it. He's out of gas.
Larry, who's gone 10 rounds 3 times, 15 rounds 3 times, 12 rounds 3, 11 3. Whereas Witherspoon, 10 rounds twice. So he is in new territory. He's in outer space of boxing now, having survived 11. All right. Holmes scoring there. He's with his back to us, and Witherspoon countering back with a left hook. Now, 3 minutes to go. Here it is. Watch.
Tim Witherspoon, a very confident young man. He's going to let it all hang out. But he's got to fight his regular style like he's been fighting. Don't be a club fighter. Stick, move, slide. Be Witherspoon. Chris, we can't detract about Larry Holmes giving everybody a shot. That's what I admire about the guy.
He has fought them all, every challenge, every test. Trevor Berbick, Leon Spinks, Ronaldo Snipes, Jerry Cooney, Tex Cobb, Lucian Rodriguez, his most recent fights. It was here in Las Vegas that he won his championship in 1978 of June. And here he is in Las Vegas tonight, 15th title defense, hoping to retain it. Witherspoon hoping to take it away.
There he goes. I'll tell you, he's going southpaw jab, box, right hand box, everything.
2 minutes to go in this fight. Listen to this crowd.
He really did a heck of a move.
Come on, he says. Come on, he says to Holmes. Taunting the champion, and he does. A right hand. Don't drop those hands, says Slim Robinson.
No, that's keep those hands up. Do your thing.
Now, a minute and a half, Angelo.
Very, very important minute and a half to decide, hey, who's the new heavyweight champion possibly. But I think Witherspoon has won this fight in my mind, but I'm not a judge. I keep saying it all the time.
I would have to agree. The 3 judges from the United States, signed by the WBC, referee not counting in the scoring, but what a sensational job he has done. It matches the quality of this championship out. Mills Lane. And Witherspoon with a minute to go. Now looking just a tad tired, and who wouldn't
No,
be?
he's looking for one shot.
Yeah.
He's making a mistake. He's looking for one big punch.
And Holmes is looking for the same thing.
Yes, he is.
Look at that right hand. It's cocked right, ready.
Oh, great left hook. Great left hook. Another great left hook.
Now the closing 30 seconds. Surprisingly, a back of the hand almost from Witherspoon to Larry Holmes. 42 wins, 30 by knockout. And here this 25-year-old upstart from Philadelphia.
Larry's really out of it. He couldn't get his punches together while they were laying there. And Larry does a number on you when you're close.
It's about over. Ladies and gentlemen, a standing crowd showing their appreciation of the effort of two well-conditioned heavyweights over the scheduled 12-round distance. Tim Witherspoon elated, the reaction from giving it his all, and Larry Holmes going around throwing kisses to the audience. A very appreciative champion. He won it here in Las Vegas in 1978, put it on the line for the 15th time tonight. And the three judges, Chuck Hassett, Herb Santos, and Chuck Minker. It is now up to them.
Yes, it is. They're the ones that got the final say with the pencil.
And the ring very crowded. You really can't get a reaction from Larry Holmes in watching him, how he feels about his performance. Now, a little bit dejected, perhaps.
Larry Holmes, a true pro. He gave it 100%. I don't know how he came back and threw the shots. I mean, he really showed it. But, you know, when you get up in age there, a lot of the little things you used to be able to do, you can't get through there. Like I told Muhammad after the fight, I said, Muhammad, it's not there anymore.
Not there anymore. But what we have here is a replay of some more of the combination punches in that last round. Just loves to go to that left. Cuffing him with the right, another left. And of course, I knew early on that he was revert to that southpaw style, and it worked very effectively for him. I just have to remember 1964. Play and listen. Well, let's see. Jimmy Lennon is ready. Here is the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. In this title bout, we have a split decision. Chuck Hassett of California sees it 118. Larry Holmes to 111. Tim Witherspoon. Hassett voting for Larry Holmes. Herb Santos sees it 115 to 114 in favor of Tim Witherspoon. The deciding ballot cast by Chuck Minker, 115 Holmes, 113 Tim Witherspoon. Winner, and still the heavyweight champion, Larry Holmes.
Listen to this reaction from the huge crowd. A split decision, retaining his title in his 15th defense. Larry Holmes, in the mind of Tim Witherspoon, he has to believe he won.
Well,
and this live fight from Las Vegas brought to you in association with Qantas.